This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio. You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation by calling 863-225-2000.
That's right, folks. Welcome to another Thursday edition of Born to Ride Radio on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. In the studio, I'm Fester Jenkins. We've got Mama Dukes across from me and the two icons of Born to Ride Media, Ron and Debbie Galletti.
Hi, guys.
Great intro.
Mama Dukes and I are reading each other's minds right now. She always gets a giggle when Fester goes, on the Boss Hogg Radio, because it's not just the on word, the shoulders come up on the Boss Hogg Radio.
Okay.
All right, pick on you tonight.
Man, that was fabulous, man. It's another show. It's another Thursday.
This is a radio station. Why don't we all sing the intro song one time? I was born to ride to live.
Well, maybe we should be backup singers.
Let Nasty Savage, because I want to talk about that before we get started.
Yeah.
The man's back from L.A., and we're not talking about Lower Alabama or Lutz area, okay? We're talking about Los Angeles.
It was Los Angeles, the city of angels.
Yeah.
We have a celebrity
City
in our
of night.
presence.
That's what I said to the crowd. We have a song called Unchained Angel. I had this chain, and I was hitting the stage floor, and I hit it again, and I hit it again. And I said, is this another lost angel? I said, are you just lost angels out there? You know, we just got into town about an hour ago, took a look around, said, which way the wind blows? Where are all the girls in the Hollywood bungalows? Lucky little lady in the city of light. Just another lost angel, city of night. And I got the crowd into it, man. It was cool, but the chain got their attention, you know, just whipping it on the stage. And of course, we had a television set that was on the stage somehow.
Yeah.
And I had to use it as a prop. And we went to the morgue, and the skull came out, and you know, just it was an amazing show to be able to do it. 35 years, you know, from when we started Nasty Savage, and coming to L.A. and all these L.A. metal bands played before us, and then we played, and then after that it was DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles from San Francisco, who have a big punk following. But I tell you what, when you have the stage, no matter what stage it is, you have to make the most of it, and you have to take the stage. You know, in the old days, Jerry Lee Lewis or Little Richard, Elvis, and Johnny Cash, they might have shared the same stage in one night. So when you have the stage, you take it. And, of course, Nasty Savage burned images in people's brains. And it was just, you know, we burned the images in, and I think they'll remember it for a long, long time. And it was really fun to be able to do that again. So, yeah, man, it was great. We were there and back, and back to reality.
Now, I think DB has a question that he wants to pose to you there. DB, do you want to step in here for a second? Because we were talking earlier about it, you know, that you were going to be back from L.A. and...
All right, you ready for my question? I just got to know. Okay. You said 35 years of glory, right? And I probably have the camera on him. Yeah. But 35 years of glory. How did you feel the next morning 2 days ago versus 35 years ago the next morning? Just got to know. And then go back to my chair while I listen.
Well, you know...
Bengay.
You just have to pace yourself. I mean, back then, 35 years ago, I would go nonstop and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So now I have to, like, pace myself. And yeah, it's weird coming up on almost to be 60 years old and still putting on a Nasty Savage concert, including smashing television sets, throwing them high in the air, smashing them down. It's just
and
crazy.
Singing, don't forget.
And singing and performing. And, it's just, I don't know, it's just something I've done. And like I said, when you have the stage, make the most of it because someone's coming up there behind you.
Sorry, I do actually have one more question. Was that real from the TV that I see in the picture?
The gash on your head.
Is that real or is that back to your old wrestling moves?
Unfortunately, it is real. It's dramatic drama, and I have the scars to prove it.
Oh, shoot, yes, it is real.
There is no FX, on
Well, they say red turns to green, so you can put that in perspective. But the bottom line is a thumb in the eye, never say die. Blood brings a crazy light to the sky. And when you're performing, it's just something I've always done. Can't help it, right, Deb? Deb taught me how to do that.
So what happened?
Shoot.
What happened?
It was from the television set when I threw it in the air. Pieces, I got hit on the head.
Bounced off.
I think I think I've seen it before with blood on your face from a Nasty Savage.
I do it every time.
Yeah,
it's the Crimson
he
Mask.
can't seem to get out of his own way when he throws the TVs.
Yeah, it's a
They land
performing
on
art.
his head. Oh, geez.
It's just something I can't help it. Like I said, we burn images of people's brains. And
Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it? I mean,
it was. It was just good to be accepted and taken care of, and we did. Our hotel was about 40 minutes from the gig, so we had to go all the way through L.A. You could see downtown L.A. And so it was there's good thing there's 8 or 9 lanes in the highway there because it's just packed. So we did have to go back and forth from sound check to the gig to back. But it was an amazing night. And, the best thing is to be with your brothers in the band, the guys that we worked so hard to do this and share those moments. The travel part is hell and the planes and all that, but it's worth it when you get to see the fans and, reach out to what happened is a lot of newer, younger metalheads were there getting into it. So we're reaching new demographics, which is pretty cool. And then when they see us, they go, "You guys thrash out the ass, man." Oh my God. Oh, that's the best show. Just stuff like that, and that just makes you ready for the next one. So, matter of fact, some guy just called us to go to New Orleans, Louisiana in December. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that.
No, I've got a question, and that is with you were saying the younger people being exposed to it and everything. Were you signing autographs afterwards?
Yeah, we did. We signed autographs. We were hanging out selling T-shirts.
Did anybody say, "Hey, Grandpa, can I have an autograph?"
No, man. That's the thing. It's like timeless. They're just happy you're there.
Yeah.
They might be thinking, "Man, this guy's older. Look at damn." But you know what? They got to seize the moment.
Yep.
So that's what's so cool about it. You just got to seize the moment and enjoy it while you have it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you're only as old as you feel.
That's right.
He was feeling pretty young till he got home. Now, do you guys do your own music? Is it your own?
Yeah, it's all original. We did like 6 albums. We toured. Matter of fact, with this band DRI, we did 60 shows in 65 days in 1990 with them from LA, Chicago, Detroit, New York City, all across Texas, all across Canada, Omaha, Nebraska, St. Louis, Oklahoma. I mean, all these little towns. It was great. Indianapolis, Indiana. We even played the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
Really?
So it was a lot of work, and we were in a van that time. We'd wake up in the back of the gig at another building every time to load in. It was crazy. We even played Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, we just Boston, some of the coolest places.
So you guys were together for how many years in the beginning?
Well, I mean, we started in like 1982, and then we've had a couple of changes here and there, but original members are David Austin, the guitarist, and myself, the singer.
And you guys just came back together.
Yeah,
we've
had gigs. So we played in April. We did a gig in Tampa at the Brass Mug. Before that, before COVID hit, we just headlined a heavy metal festival in Santiago, Chile, and also in Lima, Peru. And we're booked to go to Mexico City, Mexico for a big metal fest that we're headlining in July 2022. So we're still actively getting gigs.
Awesome.
It's exciting.
Nice.
It's something you do. Why not keep doing it? You know.
Yeah.
Wonder
long
if
as
you
you
would
can, yeah.
pass that test with the metal music. Because Fester can literally guess. Like a song will play and he knows the name. Can you do that with heavy metal? No.
What, Fester? Can you mash up heavy metal? That's it. That was the first verse. Second verse. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I can remember back in the days in the Fab Shop, you know, and there was a couple headbangers that, you know, I mean, enjoyed it, you know, and I tried to give people the flexibility of what they'd listen to. And after about an hour and a half of that in the shop, okay, you've had your turn. We got to go to something else. You know? I mean,
And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of the bands on this festival all sounded like, and we come on, we have a groove, you know, it's not just metal, death metal. It's kind of thrash metal that has some progressive points and tempo changes, and the vocals aren't all like, you know, the Cookie Monster. So it's different, and I think we just stood out, and people were there to see us, man. They were
awesome.
They were fired up.
Super.
Well, you know, music.
Okay.
Okay, here's Stevie. Oh, he loves music.
Because
Here it
actually,
comes.
I love heavy metal. Yeah. So, do you have anything on YouTube?
Yeah, for sure. YouTube, we have a NastySavage.com. We have stuff there, but you can go to Spotify, Nasty Savage.
Cool.
And it's all there, man. We have a lot of stuff.
Now, you were saying that the concerts, some of them were the Cookie Monster, and y'all have your own different kind of groove and rhythm and everything. So, if you can compare yourself to someone, who would it be?
Montrose?
I would say Elvis
Jason
Presley.
Momoa.
I'd say Elvis. I'd say Elvis Presley or
She loves
Jim
you,
Morrison mixed with a pro wrestling meets Slayer. Meets Merciful Fate. Meets Rob Halford, maybe something like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
King Diamond, that kind of stuff.
Well, I might be listening to some Nasty Savage on the way.
Yeah, check it out. Nasty Savage.
Definitely.
Sounds original, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
You know, it's crazy because some of these songs were on our demo tape that we originally did, and we're still playing those same songs. You know, they've stood the test of time, and I give it all to the guys, the musicians, David Austin, Ben Meyer, Curtis Beeson, Fred Dregshin, our original players, just wrote some unbelievable music, and then we've had several different bass players. Richard Bateman passed away. Chris Morehouse passed away. We've had a lot of things happen, but we've kept interchanging the bass players. And Jim Coker's now Pete Sykes. So we have great musicians, and I think I give it all to them. I'm just the singer. Actually, I'm not even a singer. I just play one on stage.
That's what I hear in the bathroom anyway.
And toward
In
the
the
world,
shower.
man.
In the shower.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's hear Johnny Rivers, Secret Agent Man.
Secret agent man, there's a man that lives a life of danger.
Okay, there we go. Elvis, Kentucky Rain.
Okay. Forget that one.
Oh, you forget that one.
Kentucky
Okay.
Rain. What? Is that
You do a good job there.
Now, do you?
Oh, well, I'm not really.
No.
Did you say no? No.
I don't partake in mosh pits.
Now, where did you come in with all this mix
Let's
here?
clarify that. I was not a groupie. I was not.
That's where I met Devin at our first show.
I was not a backstage groupie. No.
She tried to be.
No, I
she
did not.
No, because I was with Deb the night I said in her Pinto, we're coming back. We're coming back from Sensuous Sound System, getting a turntable. And we're going out then, just after high school. And I said, "Hey, pull over. I'm gonna try for this band." She goes, "What?" I go, "I'm gonna try for a band." So that's what happened.
said, "I'll drop you off."
Yeah, drop me off and come back. This was the guys that I went and tried out. Oh no, I tried out then, and then I never heard back from them. So I was like, So then I was at a keg party like a week later, and I saw them, and I said, "Hey man, you want me to be your singer or not?" And they go, "We do." And I go, "Okay, I'll be over Monday with a game plan." And I went over there Monday, and I said, it was like a party house. I said, "Everybody out except the band." And they're like, "Well," I said, "Everybody out except the band." And I said, then everybody left. I said, "Sit down." I said, "The name of the band is Nasty Savage. I'm going to be Nasty Ronnie. wildest singer ever. I said, we're going to put our money together and do a demo tape called Wage of Mayhem. And within 1 year, we're going to be signed. We're going to be touring. We're going to be getting fan mail from all of you. Are you guys in? And they said, heck yeah. And then it all began there. Just started getting fan mail, demo tape, photography, sending them out to every place I could imagine.
I was cutting his hair in the middle of the night and selling it. Nasty Ronnie snips. $25.
So that's what happened. It's crazy. But yeah, we created that, you know, and a lot of bands came after us, Obituary, Deicide, Morbid Angel, Death, all these bands that went on to be really successful attribute their inspiring or influence from Nasty Savage. And it's well documented.
Oh. Okay.
And just recently, Obituary put out a demo or a video, 10,000 Ways to Die, and they had this guy do a cartoon, and in the cartoon, they paid homage to Nasty Savage by being at a Nasty Savage concert, and it was sold out, and they got in the back door, and they're all thrashing, and we're on stage jamming, and then the Zombies come in and starts their song. But that particular video, I think, got over, 10 million or I don't know how many millions of views because this band is really popular. So to that, it turned Nasty Savage on a lot more younger demographic.
Right,
and we played in Tampa after that. We played with another band, and all of a sudden, next time we played Tampa, more younger people, I could see them, that more younger kids were there. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Well, in fairness, the younger generation doesn't have much in the form of music to follow. I know. Everything is digitized now, so that you can't go to a show and see anything, and, you know.
Danny D, one of the DJs here, of course, he's into hip hop and that's techno and everything, you know, and we'll have a discussion, you know. I mean, you know, that's not, it's synthesized music. It's not musicians, you know, I mean, doing it, you know, it could be one person just sitting on a mixing board creating stuff, you know, I mean, and to me, I don't enjoy it. That's not music to me. I mean, you know.
No, this is real, man, and it's real complex and technical, progressive heavy metal. So, but you know what, guys? There's something coming up pretty big. Saturday, October 30th. Saturday, October 30th, Ghost Biker Explorations from the TV show.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Miranda Young here on the show today. She's coming to our area, guys. You've got to come see this, and that's Crystal River Harley Davidson. Crystal Harley. Is Amanda on the phone?
Yes, she is.
Miranda, I'm sorry. Miranda.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Miranda. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, it's exciting that you're coming to the Nature Coast. Are you excited to come to Crystal Harley Davidson?
I am so excited.
They are really great people, and the staff, everyone's excited. But let's talk about what's going to go down. It's on Saturday, October 30th.
Yes, so it's going to be a full weekend event. And so on Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing, we're going to have a meet and greet that will run up until, I believe, about 1 o'clock.
And that's you meeting and greeting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm going to be meet and greeting. I've got Ghost Biker merchandise, all kinds of shirts, hats, that sort of thing. And I want to talk to the locals about some of the different hauntings and cool things that they've experienced in their area.
So then you're going to do a presentation, the ghost presentation?
Yes, I'm going to do a presentation about who I am and what I do, and I'm going to talk about some of the local haunted areas in your region.
That's interesting. So you did a little bit of research, and you know of the areas on the Nature Coast of Florida?
I have.
Oh.
I've done some research on some of the different places. Actually, one of the episodes that I'll be dropping it'll be the week after I come back. It'll be the Tuesday after I'm back. Actually, is from a location there in Florida, not very far from the Crystal Coast.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to ask you before we got started on the details. What have you been up to lately? Still filming and searching?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've been filming for the past year on season 4 because my season drops every October during on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. I have an episode that drops. And so we've been filming for that. I did end up going into a business partnership with one of my friends who is another paranormal investigator, and we actually opened up a location up here in Tennessee called the Historic Scott County Jail, and we run a police museum, crime and punishment museum, as well as host ghost hunts and paranormal tours out of this jail. So that's taken a lot of time expanding and opening that business. But yeah, pretty much traveling around and learning a lot about some of these smaller towns and local haunts. That's really what we've been doing.
So the last season you filmed for, was anything like really eerie that got your attention for the first time ever? Or I don't want to let the cat out of the bag for your October drop, but I'm sure you don't see the same things over and over and experience the same things. Anything out of the wild lately?
Yeah, we did a couple different experiments. This season we filmed in Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and North Georgia and Florida. And so we did something a little bit different and highlighted actually haunted homes. And so every episode this season has a haunted home. And so one of them in Virginia, known as the Nickerson Sneed House, we actually investigated that one 2 times. I went and did a collaboration with a local native there in Virginia. And I ended up doing some different experiments the second time I went back, and just to see if the activity was affected by the person who was there, or if maybe the moon, or just different things that might go into it scientifically to see what would affect. And it ended up being very active. That one, we have released that episode because we just released episodes 1 and 2. And we've got 3 more to go this season. But yeah, probably we don't typically see the same thing at every location. And, sometimes it may be a quiet night and not really get a lot of activity. But this season, I don't know if it's because everything has kind of been shut down with quarantine and then opening back up. I don't know if maybe that played a part in it, but the activity lately has just been completely off the chain.
Ooh.
Well, Miranda, this is Ron. I was flipping channels, as usual, but when I'm flipping channels, I'm seeing more and more ghost stories, ghost episodes, TV shows, conceptual programming towards biker ghost explorations. I mean, how has that affected what you're doing? How are you growing since the last time we talked to you? There has to be some great growth and some attention to your product.
There has, yeah. There's been a lot of growth. I've been doing a lot more meet and greets. I was just out in New Mexico 2 weeks ago, speaking and talking about some of the different things that we've experienced over here on the East Coast, and really got to be introduced to a lot of different folks out there. Paranormal tourism has just extremely increased, and so being able to take my show that I'm doing and growing it into an actual business of having a location that we can take people through and making it more accessible, where people, because I get all the time people asking, I would love to go on one of your trips with you. And so having this location has really made that more accessible to have people come in and be able to kind of show them what we do really hands-on, and let them use, the equipment I use and that sort of thing, and just really be able to, TV has sort of given a misconception of paranormal investigating. People think that, they go in and that it's going to be instant activity and that it's going to be kind of a rush and things happening. And that's not always the case. Sometimes it's really quiet and there's a lot of questions being asked, that sort of thing. And so this really kind of gives that hands-on feel. But then there are sometimes, we've gone and just this past weekend there was a team here, and we actually had a picture fly off the wall, and they were able to capture, the hand, like a shadow arm, like shadow figure throwing that picture off the wall, which was pretty dramatic. So it's really been a huge amount of growth just over the past year. A lot of interest in it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the ad. It says 1 o'clock haunted and historic ghost presentation. What are you going to do there? Are you going to talk about ghosts in our area, or what type of presentation is that when the people come? What are they going to be in for?
So they're gonna learn about me and what I do, but then they're also going to really be able to learn about a lot of the local haunted and historic stories from your area. I really like to tailor those specific to the area, and so yeah, I'll be covering probably the majority of my presentation. Will be sharing some of those different stories that some of the people may have heard and some they may not have.
Well, we're talking to Miranda Young, Ghost Biker Explorations. Fester, it's kind of spooky, man. It's Halloween coming up.
Yeah, it is the time of year for it there. And, I know I was watching Debbie whenever we were talking about the hand, the picture, and I was feeling the same thing.
I know.
That was just
the hair on my arm
yeah.
stood up. Little goosebumps.
And on your chin.
I forgot to shave my billy goat.
I'm just kidding. But Miranda, people are excited to get to see you and learn more about Ghost Biker Explorations. That is a historic place. There's a lot of cool things on the Nature Coast. Matter of fact, there's a road there, and we filmed a movie on it. And Elvis filmed a movie there as well, Follow That Dream. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and the Nature Coast is kind of spooky in itself. But
well, Ron and I were in Virginia about a month ago, and we were in Tazewell, Virginia, and we stayed at this mansion there that was really
West
old.
Virginia.
Was that what? No, it wasn't West Virginia. Wasn't regular Virginia? Tazewell, yeah,
Regular Virginia.
It wasn't Hick, Virginia. It was this.
The Lentz Mansion. We're going to hook you up with this, Miranda,
Lentz
because I
Mansion.
think there was ghosts in there. Something from the Civil War they were saying.
Yeah, it was Civil War
And
days.
the back of the Dragon, it's the back of the Appalachian Mountains. It's an unbelievable place. The riding is unbelievable, and the town is just so special. And I think they have a big haunted. We stayed in it, right, Deb?
Yeah, we did, and you just, I don't know, it was so old. You just kind of felt like there was a lot of souls in that home, So, but
Yeah.
I think you could do a whole show on this place. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be right up my alley with especially what we've been doing this season with the homes like that. So, yeah, I'd love to have more information on it. And if I can always, if I can go to a place that has great riding attached to it, that's what I really love to do. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about when I do my presentation there at Crystal Harley Davidson, is the fact that, and for typical for most bikers, it's not about the destination, it's about the ride. And so what I've found here in Tennessee and the surrounding areas when we're traveling through the mountains to get to where we're going, there's so many little small towns and, little unincorporated areas that you just kind of pass through. But when you really drill down and start to look, these locations have some amazing stories and amazing history of just how they came to be. And some of them can be a tragic and haunting story as well. So that's one of the things I'm going to talk about. And if you got a haunted location and you got riding with it, that's just a bonus.
Oh, well, you know what? We're getting ready to go to a break. We're going to come back and we're going to find out a little bit more about Miranda Young and Ghost Biker Explorations. Don't go away.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer on average got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and Magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation at 863-225-2000. Now, here's more of your hosts, Fester Jenkins and Mama Dukes, on Born to Ride Radio.
Oh, that's so much better.
I left
My
earlier
readers.
with his.
Okay.
They were in the truck.
Yeah. Okay, welcome back, folks, to Born to Ride this Thursday evening. And we've got Miranda back on the line here. You still there, Miranda?
I'm still here.
Okay, welcome back to the show. And you're going to be here at Crystal Harley Davidson this weekend for the people that are just now maybe tuning in and joining.
Not this weekend, the weekend after.
Oh,
October
I'm sorry.
30th.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. So it is going to be Halloween weekend then. Okay.
Already? Wow.
That was a special concept that they wanted to bring this promotion in to kind of make it around Halloween. Do you like that, Miranda, that they waited?
I do. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Because, we had talked about doing it earlier on. One of the things I always like to promote with my events is, there's not a lot of solo female investigators out there, and doing that and being able to couple that as a woman rider, it's really an empowering thing. And so we have a lot of women that come out to the events, the different Harley Davidsons that I do, a lot of the different women riding clubs like the Motor Maids and the Litas. We do a lot of different events with some of those clubs. And so being able to couple that with Halloween during the middle of my spooky season, in the middle of my season release, it couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, there's going to be a live band, Silverback, and the Rock and Roll Band, and also tarot card reading by Lindsay Smith. Have you ever checked out any of that? Tarot cards? Does that ever tie in with the doing research or maybe trying to go back, or how does that work?
It can. It's a different side than what I do. For me, I tend to go in with equipment and go in with, I tend to do a lot of research, go in with different types of paranormal equipment and see if I can capture it that way. We have in the past actually done investigations where people who are psychic mediums that read tarot cards and such. One particular investigation I did have a lady who actually read tarot cards in the location while I was investigating, and it did yield some pretty interesting results. So it is something that we will include, because sometimes they can pick up on things that we may not be able to pick up on with our equipment, or if we don't have that special gift that some of the psychics have.
Wow. Mama Dukes, it's should be a pretty good day there. Saturday, October 30th at Crystal Harley Davidson.
Yeah, I'm just a big scaredy cat of everything.
Well, you live in that area.
Oh yeah.
And she's talking about there's hauntings in that area. I'm like, is it Mama Duke's house?
What about River
I
Ride?
believe it.
If you take her to a haunted house, she goes through with her eyes covered over her face.
And I know that these are just people dressed up. Like, there ain't no way I'm able to go into
You
a
wanna go on
haunted
exploration?
house. Yeah.
What about going in with Miranda on a hunt?
Yeah, I mean, I could listen to her.
Yeah, come on. I'll show. It doesn't always have to be, and that's what I tried to show in some different episodes. Is it doesn't always have to be scary or creepy. Sometimes we'll investigate during the day, and one of the episodes I highlighted last season was during the day, and it was a really interesting story about a troop train accident where it was actually the worst troop train accident in this region. It was in the top 25 troop train accidents in the country, and I actually found it while I was hosting a haunted motorcycle ride. I saw this little 8x8 sign that was up on a light pole that said 1944 troop train accident viewing spot, and that was all that was designated to this actual tragedy, was just this little sign. And so as I was riding, I went back and did some research and found all this really interesting information on it. And I thought I would really like to put out to highlight these military men who had perished in this accident and really share this story. And because it was so far out in the mountains there in southern Kentucky, northern Tennessee, that no one had investigated it before. So I went in, and it was actually a pretty unique investigation, and I was happy to be able to highlight that history and then also be able to show that, sometimes it's not, at this time of year, a lot of people want to get creeped out and scared, but I also wanted to show that there's a lot of research involved and a lot of science involved, and so it doesn't always have to necessarily be a scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I was going to ask you, have you been able to help people with closure, maybe finding out something they never knew about a family member or the history of the property, land, or a building? Closure is important sometimes, and sometimes what you do can give closure.
It can, and that actually tends to be one of the most important things, especially when it comes to doing a residential home. A lot of people just want you to come in and try to find a logical explanation for what's happening, or be able to sort of help validate, hey, you're not crazy. You really are experiencing something supernatural or out of the ordinary that we can't explain. And then there's been a couple other times where I've been able, if I'm doing a residential, I've been able to go in and come up with that logical explanation as to why they're experiencing some of the things they are. And it's amazing just how far closure will go. That will put, a lot of the time, that puts a lot of people at ease, and, they're able to coexist and live with what's going on. I've only had a few instances where someone has wanted, from what we found, they've wanted it removed from the home. That's not something I do. I have someone else that is a demonologist that I call on to turn it over to them at that point. But most of the time, the people are able to, they just essentially want to know that what they're experiencing is potentially paranormal, and they're able to coexist with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I was going to ask you, you're a biker. You represent the biker community. You actually represent women who ride, and that's a powerful position. Now, you started this company, and you just don't find a bunch of people in the phone book that says, "Oh, we're a ghost exploration people." So you kind of blazed your own trail, and with that comes, the art of business. But to do that, you have to fly your own flag. So what would you have to say to someone that out there saying, man, I couldn't even start a business. I'm a woman. I'm just sitting here listening to this. But Miranda I want to know her secret of her success, or how she keeps doing what she does, and what inspired you.
For me, it was really sort of a self-growth sort of thing. I'd always been interested in the paranormal and always been interested in motorcycles. And so it was really just sort of a dream to be able to combine the two, and just I kind of just did it as a test to see where it would go. I didn't really know that it would take off as fast as it did, and I honestly wasn't prepared in the very beginning for it to take off as fast, because as soon as that first season released, it got a lot of attention. And so as soon as that happened, I was already being approached to go and speak and go to different conventions. And so it wasn't until the local Harley-Davidson in Chattanooga reached out to me, and they were like, you're a local. We love what you're doing. We want to do something unique. And so we really put our heads together and came up with, okay, when season 2 releases, we're going to do a release party. And I wanted to do something that would create opportunities for local bands, as well as for food vendors or fundraisers, to be able to couple with this event. And so I went from doing the paranormal conventions to doing the more mainstream Harley events, and it just took off from there. We were having really good response rates from the release party that started doing more Harley events. and it really just morphed as a way to take the subculture of the paranormal and put it in the more mainstream audience with the bikers, because I'm finding that a lot of people, they may not tell you right out that they believe in the paranormal, but I can't tell you how many people come up and say, I don't know if I believe, but let me tell you about this really weird thing that happened. Mm-hmm. And so, I love hearing the stories, and I love meeting people, and it just really just kind of grew from there, and then expanding and opening History, Highways, and Haunts with my friend Dr. Christy Sumner, and really being able to take it and make it accessible at this point.
Well, that's amazing. But I still have to know what is driving Miranda Young. I mean, what is the secret? What is your secret to success inside you? How you make it happen? What drives you?
I think really just trying to push it as far as I can push it, and take it where I can go, because I never dreamed it would have gone to this. I've just always been a driven person, and it's really just being able to. I don't really know what my answer is on that exactly, other than just the fact that it was a challenge to myself to sort of try to grow this and see where it would go, and it just I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I guess I'm just a driven person, and I like being able to really just see where it can take me.
Well, you've had so many successes. That's the stories and the success stories you have with what you do is just amazing.
Right, and that's it. Saturday, October 30th. It's coming up. Mm-hmm. Just go through. Just let's talk about it real quick, because we have another caller coming on. We have Charlotte from Charlotte's Webb talking about her Halloween party. So a lot of stuff is going on, especially tonight. But again, it's Saturday, October 30th. Tell us what's going to happen there.
Yes, so on Saturday, October 30th, from 11 to 4, going to be at Crystal Harley-Davidson. It's going to start at 11 with a meet and greet, and the meet and greet's going to go up until 1. At 1, I'll be doing the presentation. I think at 2:15, we're giving away Ghost Biker merchandise, as well as some Crystal Harley-Davidson merchandise. As you said, there's going to be a band there and a tarot card reader. So that's going to happen on that Saturday. And then on that Sunday, October 31st, we're actually doing a haunted ride. And so I've gone in, and we've got the route planned, and we're going through and going to take people through some of the different, we won't be stopping, but we're going to be going through some of the most haunted and historic areas down in that area.
Oh, so that wasn't on the ad. So there's going to actually be a ride on Sunday that they'll be able to ride with you from the dealership.
Yes.
And what time is that going to leave, you think?
I believe registration starts at 10, and the and kickstands up is at 11.
Awesome. Okay, and how do people get in touch with you if they want to learn more tonight before they get to meet you, so they can do some research?
Absolutely. So I hope people will go and check out the first 3 seasons, catch up on those, and the first 2 episodes here of season 4. And the best way to do that is on Facebook under Ghost Biker Explorations, or the YouTube channel, Ghost Biker Explorations, or www.ghostbikerexplorations.com.
Awesome. Well, you are just amazing. Miranda, looking forward to this the Saturday, October 30th. And thank you so much for calling today. I know you got a busy schedule. You told me you had 3 more interviews tonight sometime, or 2 more at least.
I do.
Yeah, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, good luck on the next episode.
Yeah, thank you so much, and can't wait to see you here in Florida.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you guys, and everybody get your stories and stuff together, because I definitely want to hear them whenever I meet you guys.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
Okay, bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That's Saturday, October 30th, Ghost Biker Explorations with Miranda Young at Crystal Harley-Davidson. And Sunday, they added a ride, so that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we got Miranda here in the studio, what do you think she'd churn up here in this studio?
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
But hey, one of Wauchula's very own. What do you think there, Ron?
Oh man, I'm telling you what, if you guys talking about riding, if you haven't been to Charlotte's Webb Pub, it is the real biker bar, and it's got a great destination, but a great ride to get there no matter where you're at in the state. And we're so happy to have Charlotte with us tonight because she's going to tell us about her 15th annual, people, that's real, her Halloween Biker Bash weekend.
This is her favorite time of the year, too.
That and Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Charlotte, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Of course I'm here. Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Hogg Radio, Ron and Deb Galletti, Born to Ride Magazine, Rubenstein Law. You guys rock. I mean, you guys have helped me since day one, and I so appreciate you. And anybody in any biker business or anything across the state ought to get a hold of Ronnie and Deb because they will definitely do your business a great, great good.
Well, you know,
so,
Charlotte.
This is my favorite time of year.
Yeah. Charlotte, a lot of biker bars, I'm sorry, they come and go. You know, some people are just in it for the money. Some people are in it for the, you know, the actual passion of the motorcyclist. You're one of those. You've been around so long, and you just cater to the bikers, and you don't throw in the college night on Tuesdays and the, you know, the purple hair ladies on Fridays, you know, purple hat, I mean.
I see purple hair ladies there.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of purple hair going on. But
we do love them all, but we are a biker bar.
Yes.
And also a local bar. Wauchula has been great to me. I am the only bar in this county, other than the Moose Club, which, you know, go Moose, I'm a member. But I'm the only bar within this area, and the community has been awesome to me. They accepted me from day one 15 years ago. I knocked a few heads, you know, and we had motorcycles on Main Street, and then they had all these rules. And then they had all these fees. And I said, why am I spending my money in town when I have 8 acres of beautiful property and a great party zone for my biker friends? I don't need to leave home. Everything happens. It happens at the Webb.
Well, you know what, Charlotte? I was talking to someone today about that enchanted gardens that you have in the back there with the vines and the bar on both sides and the other bar and, you know, the seating. You know what? It's like being down home at your favorite place, and bikers just love Charlotte's Webb. And what's the secret of that? I mean, it's pretty real, isn't it?
Well, the secret is it is real. Okay, you don't get real everywhere. You don't go to a bar and meet the owner or the corporation that owns it, or we're not a franchise. We're a down home. This is my bar. I love my customers. I treat them like real people, and they love and appreciate it here because of it's just such a comfortable place to come. During the COVID, they made me close the bar, but I was allowed to keep the package store open. And so I was able to put all my friends who rode out in the backyard on my personal property, buying beer to go, and we never stopped. We changed our hours. We social distanced. We did everything, and nobody, knock on wood, that I know that came to the bar ever got the COVID. So for all the people that did have to experience that, I pray for them, and I hope they've made it through. But being just a tight social network of real people and real bikers that like to ride and like to have a place to come, not get ripped off for high prices of beer and warm beer and My beer is ice cold.
You have the coldest beer in town.
I
Everybody
know,
knows that.
don't you? And
everybody knows I have the coldest beer.
And great home cooked food.
Oh my gosh, when you
I
have
know.
those parties too. I mean, that jambalaya last time was off the chain. We just saw a picture of it. That while we're talking, we're showing pictures.
Yesterday I made stuffed pepper casserole, which is like the stuff and the peppers. I made a big casserole with all the fixing in it, the meat, the rice, the peppers, the onions, and all that, and served it in a big casserole, and $3 a bowl, and you had a wonderful lunch.
Oh.
You know, people like that.
Yeah.
They like the home, you know, atmosphere. They like the friendliness of when you walk in my door, somebody's saying hello to you. They're acknowledging you. They might not be able to get to you at that second, but it won't be long. Nobody waits for a beer here. We have air conditioning, but the outside always has a nice, cool breeze. There's 2 tiki bars. There's 2 stages. And our Halloween party starts on Friday, the 29th, with karaoke. And we call it scarioke because it gets a little scary. But I have a costume contest Friday night. I have one Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And the bike show is going to be Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Costume contest will be at 4. We have Robert and Sonia who do the best barbecue brisket, pulled pork, and chicken you ever want to taste anywhere in the state of Florida. They have been cooking for me for 15 years. You can't beat them.
You got to come there hungry because the food is great. But Saturday, I mean, you have Ramblin' Rose Trio, and they rock the place, man. When people love them.
Girls are awesome. They're a family, and they are so diversified. They can play anything from Southern rock to old fiddle playing music. They can play gospel if you want to, but we prefer their good old-fashioned country and rock and roll. And then Sunday, and the hours are 1 to 5 both days for the music. Sunday we have Wild Horse Band, and they rock and roll hard all day long. We'll have the 3 bars open, 2 bars open outside, and the inside bar open. I just got my new shirts in, my 15-year Halloween shirts in. They're $12 a piece. Unless you're a big guy, then you got to pay a little bit more. But
You know, Charlotte, what I was going to say, though, you get caught in the web. Those shirts, you see them all over, and people love those. So make sure you guys get a shirt when you go because you have to get it. And at $12, man, that's a great deal. But what I was going to ask you, got all that property. You're inviting vendors. You're looking for more vendors. So if they're listening right now, what do they have to do to be able to come out and get set up and so they don't miss this weekend event?
Yeah, absolutely. Vending is free. Camping is free. Come out on Saturday morning because Friday is more of a setup day, and then Friday night karaoke. But if you want to come, just camp out or come vend. You can come in here anytime on Friday, get set up. I've got a 3-acre field to set up in, close to the bar. Right there, right next to the bar. So,
an awesome setup.
Yeah, just come on in. Let me know you're here. Take as much room as you need because there's plenty.
Yeah, and you won't be standing on the hot asphalt all day at Charlotte's. You are there to party on her property. That's what's really awesome. You're not in a shopping center. You're not on the asphalt. You're there to party.
You know, one thing I love is when people meet you for the first time. When I bring someone there, I went there, and they just say, "Man, she is so awesome." And I think over the years, a million of people have said how awesome you are, and that's why you have this big following. But what's the secret in that? Just again, being real, right?
My secret is being real, and I honestly, and wholeheartedly love my customers. And I see the same faces, but then I see all the new ones every year, more and more, because they've heard about my place. And they all, like, genuinely, I love y'all. I love all y'all. And without you, this place wouldn't be anything. It would just be another bar on the corner in the middle of nowhere. But it's not. It's the best biker destination in the state of Florida. I know I'm a little prejudiced, but I absolutely believe that. You might come here a stranger, but you're definitely leaving here as a friend.
And you know what? I agree. And people come from like the East Coast, the West Coast. They can come like across the state from West Palm. We're there. We see people from all over, north, south, east, and west.
It's a destination
It's
ride.
a destination ride, and they love what you've created there, Charlotte. And the Halloween bash is something that everybody needs to go to, and it's a good reason if you haven't been in a while, because there's great roads all over the state to get to Charlotte's Webb.
Absolutely. We have the best riding roads. And today, I'm just going to brag a little bit. I haven't been on the back of a motorcycle in 15 years. Not because I don't have my own, but because I really haven't gotten on the back since 98 when I got in my motorcycle accident. So I got to go for a ride today, for like a 4-hour ride through the country. The weather is going to be so perfect for riding. And I was so blessed today because it was so perfect. And I rode down to the Navigator down in Port Charlotte there. They have great food, great atmosphere. They love the bikers too. But from here, it's like a 35-mile ride. Perfect ride on a perfect day.
Awesome. We're coming to the end of the show already. So once again, Deb, they can't miss the 15th annual Halloween Biker Bash weekend at Charlotte's Webb.
That's right. Get caught in the web.
Charlotte, we got 15 seconds or so. What else do you want to say to get them there?
Just make sure you tell everybody you heard this on Boss Hogg Radio.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we're going to get Fester and Mama Dixie to come with us over there.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Charlotte.
Charlotte's Webb, a legend.
Don't forget Templeton.
Okay. Well, it's another Thursday evening of Born to Ride Radio, and as always, keep it in between the ditches. Stay safe, and everybody,
Born to
ride.
Born to ride. If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Yeah, I have to say, Born to Ride has been a big influence on my trailer sales in the last 2 or 3 months. It's been nothing but a big surprise. I mean, the magazine articles, everything in the commercials, it's been nothing but the best of help to me in my business.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride. Call 888-795-5779.